Yo, yo. So it's so interesting, but a lot of people are kind of swimming in the opposite direction when they're trying to master themselves. Really, what's happening is you're going and thinking that you have to conquer the outside world in order to win. Everything people do is like, oh, if I don't have this thing outside of me, or if I could just get this one thing outside of me, that's going to solve the problem, or make me skyrocket into this thing of success, or this imaginary thing of joy that I have in my mind. Or once I get the girl, once I get the money, once I get the car, you know that's not what's happening. That is not what's happening. And if you're doing that, you're going, like I said, against the current. What is really happening is what? The real problem you have to solve is, how are you going to defeat the biology of what this body has been programmed to do for centuries of evolution, which is what? It's always in a fight or flight mechanism that's keeping you in fear, keeping you in hate, keeping you in protection. And if you don't understand how deep and rooted that idea is, you're always going to fail. You're always going to be in this downward spiral. You're always going to be playing victim. And the answer is really clear, right? You have to understand why this body does what it does. And if you're not that spiritual, well, I'm gonna start talking spiritual. You are a spirit that came into this body. Prior to this body and its lineage has been through so much shit that you popping in this body, that's what you're going against. You see? And that's some, if you can understand that, that's some deep stuff that you have to sit down with yourself. It was like, so prior entering this body, let's say I had a sense of freedom. I could create. I could do this. Entering this body, you're scared to be creative. You're scared to imagine. You're scared to project thoughts. You're scared to make certain moves. You're scared to do that work you need to do. You're scared to socialize. You feel me? It gets deep. But what I'm saying is, once you learn what is actually happening, you can no longer see it. And you're actually going to not want to be in this low vibration state of fear, of bitterness, of angry, of depression, of just this negativity. And trust me, certain people are just stuck in there because it's a lot of things, man. But it's energies that keep you there, especially the people around you. If they're like that, you're gonna get stuck like that. But y'all gotta learn about yourselves. The more you learn about yourselves, the more you realize that having this body is a blessing, but at the same time, there's some things and about it that you have to live with, that you have to control, or in other words, let go of. But I'm gonna end it there.